Before coming to Vine Maple Place, my husband had recently passed away.
I was in a domestic violence relationship for 4.5 years.
My husband was a drug user, and I knew that it just was not a safe place. I remember going in and talking to the counselor at school saying, can I get in a homeless shelter with my kids? And she basically told me there wasn't anything. I don't know if I was even feeling. I was just surviving. I was trying to just get through the moment, and so I had shut off emotionally to my kids. But I can't imagine what it was like for them to know that they didn't have a place to live and they had to live with someone else. I would never want any child to have to go through that.
So when I got out of that relationship, I was struggling financially because I ended up being laid off from a job, and I was going to lose my place. And then we became homeless. When I was sleeping in my car and sleeping couch to couch, I was very depressed. There were a few times where my car had gotten broken into and all my stuff was stolen. There were times where I slept in store parking lots and I didn't sleep good at all.
Being in a relationship and being married for 12 years and having a partner for 15 years and then having that person suddenly pass away was really difficult. You feel like you almost like a failure and you want to protect them. They've gone, had this traumatic loss of losing their dad at the age of 5 and 8. And then to not be able to provide stable housing for them makes you feel like less of a parent. Yeah, it's awful.
I think I wanted a way out of in the sinking hole. It's like you're grabbing on to anything to get out of there because everything else I was grabbing at there was nothing there that I could hold on to.
When I came to Vine Maple Place, the first thing that happened was I was able to temporarily go into one of Vine Maple Place's units, and my kids and I were together again.
I reached out to Vine Maple Place because even though I had part-time employment, I still was not having enough to make ends meet. When the eviction was stopped, it felt like I could actually breathe. Yeah, it was a huge relief to know that we wouldn't lose housing and have to, be homeless and, sleeping on somebody's couch or floor or something like that.
The employment program would have to be where I really used the most services, and they provided me gas cards, clothing. I received help with my resume, job coaching, and encouragement, which was probably the biggest part of it.
Vine Maple Place helped me in so many ways. They helped me with finding employment, actually preparing to go into employment, preparing for interviews, getting a resume put together, which I didn't know how to do very well.
When I first started the budgeting, the first thing they had me do was a credit report, and that for me is like having to get weighed at the doctor's office. You don't want to do it. And I told myself, you're going to get that job, and these skills are going to, you're going to be able to use them later in life.
So going into the budgeting classes at Vine Maple Place were really eye-opening. The emotions that came up were the way that I have been managing my finances is just disastrous and not sustainable. It helped me realize where my money was going.
When I was looking for a job, I always have a hard time with interviews. I a few times even felt like giving up, believe it or not. I had some mock interviews, which really helped. The person who helped me with the resume helped me really pinpoint what I wanted to do and where my strengths were and what I would be good at. In the Vine Maple Place program, in the kids part of the program, my youngest was very involved. He always wanted to keep going. He just loved hanging out with the other kids.
They stood by me, and it was just like a family to go in every day when I had all those jobs and to have them say, we're here for you, we're gonna help you any way you can. We know that you have to do the work, but we're gonna walk alongside you. And it was so huge. And I had a lot of job interviews. It took me a while, My goal was to get a job that eventually would lead me to be self-sufficient.
So self-sufficiency, it feels definitely empowering. It feels good to be able to, pay my own bills and to be able to be like a role model for my kids now. I've moved into like a manager position, so work is going pretty good, learning new things.
Since being in the Vine Maple Place program, a lot has changed. I got a job, a good job that I really love. I can pay bills now. I have a stable home.
Through hard work and a lot of determination and support from Vine Maple Place, I was able to get a job beyond my wildest dreams that I couldn't even imagine, and God has just blessed me. I'm working now in a place that I love every day going to work.
I would say that thank you would not be enough to say.
Without Vine Maple, I don't know. I don't know where I would be. I'm so grateful for everything that Vine Maple's done for me and my kids.
What Vine Maple Place has done for me and my kids has given me hope for the future and a plan how to conquer everything that comes our way.